you through my goal setting workshop. I've just taken Teresa, Julio and Shayla through it, and their eyes lit up when they left the room because they had seen clarity and they'd seen into the universe for the first time. What do you mean? Why?
I think I felt like I had this newfound clarity that I'd been seeking but just wasn't able to articulate by myself, and had a clear idea of what it's going to feel like to achieve those goals. So yeah, how was your goal setting workshop today?
My goal setting workshop was amazing. I cannot even describe how good it felt walking out of that room. I felt like I was on the journey to become a whole new person.
Everything David says is so simple, and it almost seems too simple.
For the soup viewer at home, if you know exactly what you want to achieve, you know how to get there, and you know what you need to focus on every single day to make that a reality. That's what we're going through today.
All right, let's get into this. We're going to do a goal setting workshop for the team, but then we're going to splinter off and do the individual finessing later. How to actually achieve your goals. I think I learned this goal setting methodology from Sahil Bloom. Then I used some of the psycho-cybernetics stuff to just try to ram it home in terms of have a complete package. We're going to start with the end in mind, and we're going to start with the biggest, hairiest, audacious goal that you can think of. This goal should be entirely and utterly selfish. So we call this big, hairy, audacious goal. We're allowed 2 goals. So we're going to go professional and then personal. The other one that you can do if you're feeling saucy is health. This is where you really want to push yourself here to create a professional and a personal goal for about a year's time that is almost unachievable. But if you were the best version of you, if you were the person who committed everything and didn't have distraction and didn't falter at all, you would end up here. Only the creme de la creme version of you can achieve this. Okay, so this is the big, hairy, audacious goal. You want to be selfish, you want to be self-centered, and what I mean by that is give yourself permission to just think about yourself for a moment, because a lot of the times people have this weird feeling with goals where they feel like it's almost too self-indulgent to create a big one. But if you want meaning in your life, your meaning is going to be determined by the meaning of the goals that you set. This is really your northern stars for these 3 things or these 2 things. And that's going to just help you be so much more disciplined in your day-to-day, as you'll see when we do the big reveal. You guys ready for it? The state-of-the-art reveal? There's big reveal. I'm glad you like it. It took me a long time. We'll start with the bag, and then what we're doing is we're reverse engineering it. 1 goal here, clearly defined. 1 goal here, clearly defined. And then 2 or 3 daily process goals that you do every day. So when we do our individual finesse meetings, you'll essentially bring in this one, and you can have a go at these ones, but I'm guessing that you might need a little bit of help. That's the basic framework for goal setting. You keep it simple, you go long term. This one acts as like a checkpoint to make sure that you're on track, yep. And then this one is just what you focus on every day. We all know that when you're working on a big project, you show up, you do the work during the day, but nothing gets completed, and you feel this sense of dissatisfaction when you go home if something hasn't been fully completed. But this helps you keep that at bay, because it's yeah, I showed up, I did what I needed to do, now I'll go and do it again tomorrow. And then as you look back, you start to see the real progress that you're making. But nothing great comes from completing something in 1 day, except for e-commerce. Okay, so we start here, and then this is where it gets into the spiritual woo-woo words of affirmation, visualization, and psycho-cybernetics. We only really care about this thing for now. We start to map out who do you have to become, skills on one side, disciplines on the other side. And this is why it becomes really this journey of self-discovery as well as self-improvement, because in order for you to get here, you need to be different to who you are right now. If you are setting a goal that's truly meaningful to you, and that's pushing the boundary of your potential, whoever you are right now can't show up today and achieve this. achieve this. You're going to need to develop these, and you're going to need to develop these. So there's something in your life right now that is preventing you from being this person. There's like habits, behaviors, things that are like a little bit toxic. You mentioned scrolling too much. So once we have this, right, we then go into over here, and essentially what we do is we screenwrite our ideal life into a couple of bullets. So there'll be like 4, 5. Each bullet is extracting what we've got here in our goals and what we need here, and we start to visualize the best version of yourself doing the tasks that you actually want to do and doing the skills, and then you connect that with an emotion. And you don't really, what I like to do is I put them at the start of my notepad, and I'll look at them every morning when I go to coffee. So I've got this that I can see every morning just to remind me of what I'm going for, and then I've got these, and they're just like little sentences that I just look at, and I try to get that emotion to connect with me. And by doing that, something happens in a universal hippie woo-woo way where it starts to materialize in front of you, and like you become the frequency that's capable of like achieving this stuff. And so we're getting pretty far out there, but like I don't know how it works. I don't care, because it does work. Like we've done this so many times to the point in which now we're sitting here with you guys, and you guys were part of this. Like you guys don't even really exist in reality. You're just you've been materialized here.